So yeah, we just wrapped up a long shoot for the Mr. Bond. I'm here with Theo, man. Tell me the reasons behind making the track then.
I mean, the reasons behind making the track, the beat, you know, you can hear it's got that sort of James Bond-esque noises in there, that da-na, so that sort of triggered the James Bond. But I've always been one to want to talk about some political shit and some shit that, you know, me and my friends, we sit together when we're, you know, out and about and talk. Oh yeah, you hear about this, did you hear about the CIA this and the FBI that? So it was an excuse really to get all of that content in there, but do it in a more, you know, in a less obvious way, so more of a sort of comedic parody way of doing it, but yet fitting all that stuff in. Making the video, you know, we heard about the James Bond movie coming out, and you know, it just seemed like perfect timing because the EP just dropped well, it's quite a few months ago now. We've been building up to this point now, but yeah, it's all come together now with the video.
And so how come you chose to play the villain instead of Bond?
I don't look like Bond. Nah, I mean, the story behind the tune is that I'm interrogating James Bond, because at the end of the day, you know, if anyone was to know about these things that the government is doing and the MI5 and all that, it's going to be a secret agent. So it don't make no sense for me to be Bond. It makes sense for me to be interrogating Bond and finding out what he knows, you know.
And so could this lead on to like a sequel?
A sequel? I don't know. I mean, you have to see what happens to me at the end of this video to know if I'll be able to come back for a sequel. But maybe, who knows? We'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. Chiba, what do you think?
Well, it all depends on if all the questions that you asked in your track, do you reckon you can ever get any answers for?
To be honest, most of the questions in the track you'll never get an answer from anyone about it. But you know, that's a different conversation for different topics. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think that anyone will ever get any answers to these questions from the government or from anyone who can actually fully answer these questions. At least not in our lifetime. But these are all questions that we ask, you know, that we all want to know. So it made sense to be asking those questions to someone who should know.
Did the government assassinate JFK? Was Martin Luther King hung by the KKK? Did Marley die of cancer?